Well, not really what I was hoping to see. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ralph with Pondscapes, back at it again on another project, and we are in Queen Creek, Arizona, just right down the street from the yard, and let's take a walk, show you what we're up to today. All right, guys, this is our setting we're going to be working at, and we're actually in a really cool equestrian neighborhood in Queen Creek. They don't have horses on property, they have a community stable, so there'll be no horses on this except for horsepower. All right, guys, let me walk you through what's sitting right over here. Okay, here is our canvas we're going to be working on. So obviously we've been getting some rain. It's going to be a little sticky on the beginning side of things on this project, but what was here was a concrete spool. It was like a jacuzzi slash waterfall, big old like 4 foot high at least waterfall right there. And there were some beautiful pygmy palms and some queen palms. Demo company came in and removed all of this. So as you know, you've seen our channel before, you know that we do demo. However, this was built like a swimming pool. High PSI shotcrete, lots of rebar, plumbing, and all that fun stuff that would have been a huge undertaking for us to get rid of. So we referred our homeowner to a demo company that specializes in that sort of thing. They made short work of it, came out, hammered it all out, and got it all out of here. Left us with this blank canvas, which is pretty cool because we don't have to do a lot of digging. We are going to have to bring in a lot of imports. Okay, so we already have a depression here, and we're planning on doing 10 aqua blocks. What we're going to be creating is a pondless waterfall starting up on the edge. We're not going all the way to the wall. We're going to build a retaining wall back here, and that waterfall come this way, kind of traverse back and forth, and end up facing that way towards this is the master bedroom. What we want to do is give it some twists and turns, and that end of that drop will be facing that way. So we'll be able to install our aqua blocks pretty simply, and then we're going to bring in several tons of quarter minus. That's that backfill material we like to work with. It's very clean. So and that's what will also go help create the elevations for our waterfall. So the old equipment, there was actually a heater over here for that spa. It was kind of a strange setup, really too small to get inside and enjoy, but that's how they had it originally set up. And there was a big wall back here. You can see all the electrical. That is the fill. Right over here is the plumbing for the auto leveler that was installed. We're gonna cut that out. That has a pretty bad leak on it. We'll install a new one. This is our access. So let's talk about our hurdles. What we've got is this real nice synthetic turf area. We're gonna protect this. We're gonna lay down a big sheet of rock pad, and then we're gonna put some of our quarter minus material on top of that to give us a smooth transition. That rock pad will go down first to make it to where we're not going to get the quarter minus in the turf area. So that'll protect. We'll do a transition going down, and then we'll lay plywood over top of that to protect all these pavers. Right here we've got this fire pit that needs to be deconstructed to a degree so we can get through here. We'll take about half of that apart. Same with this. This is our access to the backyard. Not wide enough to get our machine back here even when we retract down. So this is going to be removed. There's some screws that held this in. Now we just have to remove this panel and dig this post out, and then we'll be able to get through here with our machine. And the rest of the access looks really good. Right over here you can see we've got that quarter minus material ready to go. The guys will put that rock pad down, build that on top, and we've already had some boulders left on the trailer from the last project, and we'll offload those and get to rocking. Right, Ryan?
And rolling, baby.
Okay, it never fails when we've got a plan. What do we got to do, Blake? We got to improvise.
Hurdles, guy.
Hurdles, no big deal. All right, so we get down to, the guys did a great job getting the center panel removed. We dig down. There's a concrete footer that goes all the way across, and this post is actually poured around that, and then there's a footer below that. You can see it there. So we were thinking about just saw cutting this and then welding on some brackets and reattaching, but I don't want to sacrifice the integrity of this post when we put things back together. We measured this. Blake said, hey, why don't we just move all of these pavers and we can drive our machines through this way. This had to come out to a degree anyways, so now we'll just take the whole thing apart. Ryan is one-handedly removing this. It's glued together and coming apart in sections. So they took a few pictures of that, and we'll get it put back together the way it came apart. And we'll leave this post here so we'll be able to pull through. We're gonna lay out our plywood this way and breeze right on through. Okay, pretty much way worse than I was expecting. So obviously that roof did what I thought it would do and capture a bunch of rain. Now, Ryan did have the good idea to run that liner all the way up under the patio, and that helped, I think, keep water from going under the liner and floating our liner. So it's going to be a little bit less muddy of a mess to deal with once we pump this out. But we did bring the pump. We knew that we were going to have to pump some water out, and our excavator did not sink yet. So there's the bright side, guys. Yay! All right, as bad as it came down, I like when a plan comes together for the most part. We don't have a huge mess to deal with. So we just pumped out that water that was on top of that tarp, and now we've got a nice burrito folded internal guts of our system. We're gonna unfold that, pump that out, and get back to work. We got our guts put back together, all the water pumped out, and we've got a bunch of that quarter minus backfilled and really filled in and covered up all that dirt with all the roots and the mud and stuff like that. So we're tamping that out, getting a nice tight strong foundation. Once we're done tightening that up, now we can unroll our fabric and liner and get to rocking. Getting back on track, so we're making quick work of dropping in some rocks. Really like the idea that we have coming through the bottom right here. This kind of just like a little bit of an erosion, real low profile. So we're gonna slope this this section of liner and fabric. We'll put some more quarter minus dirt material and bring that up at an angle. That way, when that water comes off of here through that split, that water projecting, if it wants to ride up on that, it'll have to go uphill and then fall back down and go down into that aqua block area. So this area right here, that's gonna get filled in with gravel and do a bib over that. What we're visualizing right here is water coming through that little split and then over on that side. So we're just marching our way back up. So what, Blake, how long has it been? About hour and a half since we put the liner down, and we're just dropping these rocks down pretty quick because they're falling into place nicely. And then we'll be able to hopefully, I'd say we'll get another 6 feet or so back with boulders and waterfall today.
I mean, we're rock stars, so
All right, that core minus material is coming in and building up this elevation. So we need to, this is where the machine was sitting. So we're spreading that around, backfilling it, compacting it as we go. And then what we are going to do is we're going to have to flip that liner over once we get a few more rocks set and backfill some more behind that elevation. I think we're about as wide as we're going to go right here. So the next step on this edge, we're going to have to cut liner and get that liner pinched up next to this rock, and we're going to hold off. We're not going to do that until we're ready to bring our plumbing out of the back of the vault. So once that happens, then we'll pinch that off and then drop a rock right in here, and that liner will be snugged up between both of them, and then we can do some rock work to camouflage that liner. That liner will all get folded up on this this side over here. Guys, you know what we like to talk about is the hurdles that we have. So of course we've covered the access and the space that we have over here, but what we also have is a situation where we need to do more rock work on this side. So basically that liner has to come up. We'll trim and backfill with our backfill material, and then we have to do some more rock work over here. So these rocks are a little too big for that machine to set and stretch them all the way over here. So from this point, now we have to set some rocks right over here. We really at all costs want to avoid setting up the plywood, coming over here and being on this turf area. It's just a lot of extra work, and since we're in this position, almost finishing this edge right here, and then once we've got this complete, what we have to do is pull our machine up a little bit and work the rest of this right side and build an around, and then we can back out with the machine staged over here and do this work on this side. Now you want to have those next few steps always in the back of your mind. What's going to happen next, the next 2 rocks, 3 rocks, and so on. That way you don't paint yourself into a corner and sit there going, oh, I got to redo all this, undo work, put it back. Great to have that plan of attack up front. Out last night. We had the entire feature covered up with our tarp. The rain clouds came close, but then they dispersed, and we are on a good path right now. So we have got our frame rock right here set, that's the level sitting on. What I see is a spillway coming over like that. So that's what the guys are grabbing right now, and we'll fit something in place. We've got this retaining wall of boulders set up over here. You can see the end of it there. It's under that liner. That way, that's all done, so we don't have to worry about reaching too far across. So we'll get this area built out and dialed in, and then we can still reach across out towards the back to finish up the rock work back there, and then work our way closer to the machine as we're backing out. Guys, we have hit almost the finish line. So we've just got done test running the waterfall and stream. Looks awesome. I love the way it turned out, but you're gonna have to wait. Blake, Devontae, and Ryan are gonna come back Monday and tidy everything up, do some detail rock work, put in the lights, and also some more landscape gravel. We'll top all of this off, edge dress it, and they will finish this off and show you in about 2 seconds.